Hello, I'm continuing my reviews on the Hellraiser series with Hellraiser Deader. Now, Deader is the 7th film in the Hellraiser series, and this one is directed by Rick Bota, and Rick Bota also directed Hellraiser Hellseeker, and he would go on to direct Hellraiser Hellworld. Now, if you saw my review on Hellseeker, you would know that I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. But out of the 3 Hellraiser films that Rick Bota directed, to be honest, this one is probably the best one. And I'm not saying it's the best one as in it's a great movie, because to be honest with you, this movie really isn't that great, but it's certainly not as insulting as Hellraiser Hellseeker was, and it's certainly not as bad as Hellraiser Hellworld was, which we'll get to that when I get to that review, but this one, to be honest, is mediocre at best. Like, I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. Like, I think the overall premise of the movie is actually really interesting, and, and I will say the lead character in the movie actually isn't an unlikable character. She's for the most part, is a pretty likable character, and I think the actress who plays her is a pretty good actress. I think she does a pretty good job in the movie for the most part, but, to be honest with you, besides that, like, it has a cool premise, the lead actress I like, but, besides that, it comes off as being very mediocre, in my opinion. Now, this one was released in 2005, and this one, like the previous few installments, went straight to DVD when it came out. This was not released in the theaters. Now, the premise of the movie is it's about a journalist who is investigating a cult known as the Deaders, who are led by a man named Winter, who appears to have the power to bring back the dead. Like, in the beginning of the movie, you see the main character, whose name is Amy, being shown a video that was given to her boss, and basically in the video you see this cult drive a girl to suicide, and then the leader of the cult, Winter, he ends up bringing this girl back from the dead, and Amy, she goes in to investigate all this, and like eventually she goes to the apartment of a girl who is a member of this cult, and when she gets in there, she sees that this girl killed herself, and she finds the puzzle box, and eventually, like, Pinhead and the Cenobites get involved with all this, and really, like, the story for the movie could have worked as its own movie, and originally that's what it was gonna be. Like, the original script for this movie originally had nothing to do with Hellraiser, but they ended up reworking the script and adding things about Pinhead and the Cenobites to make it a Hellraiser movie, but really, like, that's the biggest problem with the movie, is it really doesn't feel like a Hellraiser movie, and really on its own, it probably could have worked. Like, it probably could have been a really good movie, but honestly, in my opinion, the lamest parts of the movie are actually the parts with Pinhead and the Cenobites, like, because when you see Pinhead in the movie, honestly, he says a lot of the same crap that you heard him say a million times before in all the other movies, like, so really, like, really the main focus of the movie, like, the main villain of the movie is this character named Winter, and Pinhead, really, it just seems like they put Pinhead in there to make it a Hellraiser movie, and, it really doesn't work too well. Like, they do try a little bit to, like, make a connection between Winter and the Cenobites. Like, you find out that, and they give kind of a, loose connection to Hellraiser bloodline. Like, you find out that this guy, Winter, is a relative of the person who made the puzzle box, which I guess was interesting, but at the same time, it really seems out of left field, and, well, it kind of was out of left field, because originally this was gonna have nothing to do with the Hellraiser mythos, so, it's just, in my opinion, a little mediocre. Like, it has an interesting idea, but it really did not need to be a Hellraiser movie. I don't hate it, but, once again, it's very mediocre, and, I don't know, I can't say I recommend it, but at the same time, if you find this at like a DVD store, if you find it online or on TV, give it a watch if you want. I just didn't think it was that good. So yeah, that's my review on Hellraiser Deader, and bye.